It's Aunty Jane again. I'm in my backyard and I'm getting ready for an exciting season. It's quail season in Arizona, and pretty soon we're going to have baby quails running around the yard. And quail families do something a little different than regular birds. Most birds bring food to their babies, and a quail family go out together. Even very, very small quail babies have to follow their parents around and look for seed to eat and to get water. So it's important that there's water out there for them. So I'm getting shallow dishes like this, and I'm going to fill them with water, and I'm going to put them out around my yard so they can find it. Okay? I'll fill them up maybe in the morning and then again in the evening. And so I've got lots of pots, and that's what I'm about to do. I'm just filling up a lot of these. You know, it's important that they get water during the summer and they survive, because a lot of baby quails do not survive. It's hard for them. They're so little. If they can't find enough water or food, then they just won't make it. So I'll put some out, not too much, because they're so little they actually could drown if I put a big bowl. But some of the other things that I do for the quail is to put some wild quail seed down in the grass for the parents to wander around and find, and that way the babies get used to looking for seed and finding it. And I like to help the other birds as well, so I've got a few things in that other bowl, that I'm going to put out for some of the other birds. Okay, I am making these little wire balls. They look a little silly, but they have different pieces of thread and string, ribbon, some just material and yarn, and I'll hang it up, and the birds will come along and they'll tug at it and they'll take a piece and they'll help them build their nests. So I made one like this. I also put one in a little egg beater. See that? And I'll hang them in the trees. Here's another one. It's just a bunch of wire, and I stuffed it in there. So they can come along and they can get stuff, and that way I can help them build their nests. Now we know that God provides things for them, but there's also something called being a friend. And you can just be a friend to the animals or to people in your life and help them. You know, Jesus is my very best friend. And when he was alive, he had disciples, or very best friends, that he hung out with and taught and cared for. And when he died, do you remember last week we talked about how he died on the cross and he rose? Well, after he rose, he also appeared to his friends to talk to them. They were wondering, what now? What do we do now with all this information about you? And he had talked to them and he said, "Do you love me?" And his disciple, his friend, said, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." And then he asked him again, "Do you love me?" "Yes, you know I love you." And a third time he said, "Do you love me?" And he said, "Yes, you know I love you, Lord." And he said, "Take care of my sheep. Take care of my lambs. Be a good shepherd." All these things mean to care for one another. So Jesus was telling his friends that he needs them to care for one another, to care for the people in the world. One of the ways you can care for them is to help them out with different things. Maybe, like I did with the birds, maybe they need something and you have it, and you're able to share with them. Or maybe they just need a friend to talk to. But I think Jesus would like us to be there for our friends and to take care of each other. So I'm going to fill up all these bowls for my birds, and I want you to think this week about who you have in your life that's a good friend, or maybe someone in the family, or even a neighbor, or even just a teacher, somebody that you could maybe write a note to or say hello to or help. Now I'm doing one last thing for these birds, and it's going to look crazy, but I'm getting all the hair out of my brush, because this is the best thing. My grandma told me, just take it and put it in my little thing, and they will take that. You can use if you have a cat or a dog, you can even put that in there. So there's all kinds of ways you can help things that you think are not that valuable, like just saying hello or giving somebody a smile. That can be really valuable to somebody. So if you love the Lord today, if you love Jesus, take care of his sheep. Take care of people. It was nice to be with you again today, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi. Well, I put water all over the yard in the little dishes, and I hope that the quail babies will find them when they get out. And I am putting up my little nest builders with the wire. So to make this, you just get wire and you can string it, wrap it around and pull it down or make a ball and then shove all kinds of things in there. Your hair, your dog hair, cat hair. You can do ribbons and strings and hang them up. And they'll come along and they'll pull them out. And I also like to put out a little treat for them. Maybe they'll come by and do their work, get their nest building. And so to do this, it's just wire. So if you can find a wire, or you could use a pipe cleaner. If you see over here, I have a pipe cleaner. And we can string Cheerios on there. Just poke the Cheerios through there, and those are blueberries in there. You could put blueberries or grapes or raspberries or even a piece of fruit, like a piece of apple or a piece of orange onto there. They'll love it. I'm gonna hang mine here. You can put yours in a tree or wherever you can suspend it, and I think they'll enjoy it. So I hope you liked your craft, and I hope you remember what Jesus said, that to take care of one another. And have a good week. Bye.